Broadcasting from Watts Creative Studios in Bedford, Virginia. You're listening to Life, Liberty, Happiness with your host, D.W. Lawhorn.
All righty. What an intro there. He's not prepared.
I'm not prepared. Hold on. I'm missing a...
Hey, wait a minute. Can we do that again, Woody? He didn't have his headphones.
Oh, I heard your little
Did you?
intro.
You didn't hear it?
Yeah, let's do it again.
Of course, I heard it last week. I
How
do
come you
listen
didn't say
to the
it? How come
show.
you didn't say anything?
Well, I've been in here preparing for a show so people don't turn us off the way they did last week. Anyway, welcome. I got a lot of stuff going on in this studio
What are
right
you
now.
doing over there?
Welcome, everybody, to Life, Liberty, Happiness. I know y'all missed me. Your jolly host, Brian Sly.
Sorry,
We have a absolute full studio.
If anybody dropped off an old guy walking around,
He just keeps spinning around in circles.
come pick him up.
He's just wandering around.
God.
He don't have his life alert bracelet on. We don't know where it is.
Oh.
Poor Steve.
Anyway, welcome to the show, everybody. This ought to be a good one.
Yeah.
We don't have a special guest, but we do have us, which is the most important part.
Woohoo.
That is woohoo. So, we'd like to thank our sponsors. We're live in State Farm Studios. State Farm, we'd like to thank you for your long commitment. CNS Business Services and Grizzly Garage Doors.
All right.
Matter of fact, Jed and Chelsea will be catering today the show.
It's so nice of them.
Afterwards,
They are
So-
awesome.
Yeah.
They really
Yeah.
are.
They are great. They've been longtime sponsors, and they continue to take care of us.
Maybe
So.
that's why that old guy was walking in. He wanted to get a table.
I know.
He heard that.
I need a table for one. Anyway.
Oh. So anyway, thank you to them. Woody,
Yes, sir.
did you have any? Who was our winner this week? Did you have?
I'm getting that for you right now. You beat me to it.
Okay.
I was hoping you wouldn't
Well, you need to play the music first.
call me out. Let's see. Here we go. Hold on one second.
And somebody needs to read. Good Lord, what happened while I was gone?
Last
We
week
have it together.
was a well fine-tuned show.
Oh.
You can go back and listen.
Let me.
It was-
We were.
seamless,
Hey,
really.
listen. We were queued up.
There we go. Let me
dead
introduce
on it.
the next segment. We have our drawing segment, lottery, sponsored by.
Grizzly Garage Doors. Where can you go to find a reliable garage door? Central Virginia area looks to Grizzly Garage Door LLC. Jed is a veteran of the military and provides exceptional service for both residential and commercial. Grizzly Garage Doors is your place to go when you want the best. If you are building a new home or not sure what type of door is right for you, go to www.grizzlygaragedoor.com. LLC.com. New doors, existing door repair, or replacements. They have emergency services capabilities too. Call 434-277-2765. And I thought I could do it without messing up.
You've been drinking. You need a breathalyzer.
Yeah.
Thank you to Grizzly Garage Door. Now we'll throw it over to Woody. Woody, tell us who our winner is this week.
All right. It is Mr. Barry Bradley.
All
Barry
right.
Bradley.
Way to go, bro.
Barry
Yeah.
Bradley. Yes.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yay.
He is
Good
the
job.
Thank you, Barry, for listening. 2 weeks
Yep.
in a row you've listened now, and you finally got to win.
Yay.
So, like the show afterwards. Be on Facebook, like it, share it, comment on the show.
Just do something.
Do
with
something
It. Do
and-
something with it.
Comment,
put your name in
comment,
Hate it.
uh,
I don't care. Just do something.
comment whether you missed Brian last week or not. Why he
Yeah,
was
let's do a poll. We'll do
I
a
he
poll.
was in Michigan.
That's
Hey, the question that does keep coming up, you need
Mm-hmm.
to answer is when are you going to wear the shark outfit?
yeah. We need to talk about that. We'll bring that up later on the show.
Yeah. Okay.
No,
Remember that, DW.
Yeah.
I've actually got people that are interested in hanging out with me while I'm there. So I'm getting more and more Nats fans saying, "Hey, we'll hang with you. We're not worried about the Phillies."
Hey, they're in first place.
First place of what?
That's why you don't
Their
have to worry
division.
about them.
Jesus, it's an awful division this year.
Oh, but when the Nats were up there, it was all about that.
Nats won a World Series. That's a little different.
The Phillies have won a World Series. They've won more World Series than the Nationals have.
They've been in existence longer than the
Here we go,
Nats.
Tammy.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I know. Here
Are
we
you
go.
counting the Senators?
What?
No.
Well, then, what are the Phillies 100 years old and the Nationals are
Well, hey,
20?
Yeah, because they've been able to hang in there.
Oh, good.
I can't help it if the Nets have to keep switching around.
Well, listen, we're not in sports yet. Speaking of sports,
Get it
Awkward.
together, boys.
Oh my God! Hold on, I got a new soundboard over
holy
here. There we go.
crap.
Here we go.
DW,
Yep.
not much going on in sports.
The Phillies in first place in the National League East.
But I will say, just when I think NASCAR can't make any more stupid decisions, they pull off another one. So you've got, I was excited because I heard NASCAR and Indy were going to be at the same track the same weekend. And I thought that was one of my ideas, remember?
Right?
And I thought, oh, this will be great. And then I heard NASCAR screwed it up.
Yep.
So, Woody, you don't know this, but NASCAR typically races at the famed Indianapolis Speedway,
Okay.
and it's usually called, what is it called? What is it? Brickyard.
The Brickyard 500. And also with that, ironically this week that Bob Jenkins passed away,
That's right. Yeah,
who called that race for
that's right.
almost 40 years.
So, there will be racing in Indianapolis. However, they will not be racing on the famed Indianapolis Speedway. They will be racing in another freaking road course. So I don't know about you, DW, because you are a much more advanced NASCAR fan than I am. But
I think.
are you tired of the road courses yet?
Oh yeah,
Yes,
I hate the road courses.
I do too.
I liked it when they had 2 a year.
2 a year,
That
Sonoma
was
and
enough, yeah.
Watkins Glen. It was fine.
Mhm.
You could deal when they had 2 a
Yeah.
year.
Now it's
Yeah,
every weekend.
Yeah. And I just can't get into the IndyCar stuff.
Well, we'll talk about the IndyCar stuff.
Marcus Ericsson has 2 more corners to go. We've had a spin and win. Danny Sullivan in the 1985 Indianapolis 500. A launch and win. Marcus Ericsson went 8 years without a victory. He's now won 2 times in IndyCar.
Nice job, Marcus.
Marcus
Win number
Ericsson
2.
takes the inaugural Music City Grand Prix.
So Indy was in Nashville this week.
Yes.
I thought it was so cool. They closed the Nashville streets. They went across a bridge, back across that bridge. I mean, it was a cool track.
Yeah.
It was the first time they'd ever been there. They had 130,000 fans. It was the largest crowd that watched an Indy race since it was CART back in 1996. I just feel like Indy's going here and NASCAR's going backwards.
Yeah.
And I don't like it because
Yeah,
I
I know.
love
I don't
NASCAR,
like it.
but I don't know what you do. I mean, they just seem to be making all the wrong decisions.
they are their worst enemy. NASCAR is.
Well, it seems like they have forgotten their core fan base, from what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
I don't watch any, but
Like there's an article out there that says America's infatuation with F1 continues to grow at a dramatic pace. So I think that's what's spilling over into the Indy series. Because, they're not similar, but they are.
Right.
The cars look similar.
But what's what's the 2 main reasons you feel that America is becoming infatuated with?
I'm
F1?
telling you, you watch the series on Netflix and you're sold.
Yeah. So you feel like it's because F1 is interesting, or is it because that NASCAR is lacking, or do you think that F1 is just becoming more interesting? Does that make
here's-
sense?
As a person who never watched F1,
Yeah.
I simply turned on the show. And once you start watching the show, they do multiple things. They introduce you to the drivers.
Yeah.
So you start to know who they are. They introduce you to the mechanics, the engineers, and you feel like you start to know these people on a regular basis. And then you start to see how each country, it's not here where you have a track at Bristol and Richmond. There you go from country to country to country, and you see how each country goes crazy over it. And you realize, man, that's pretty neat.
Yeah.
And all the stuff that's involved. I think that's where NASCAR was great, is it was a family atmosphere. You got to know who Cale Yarborough was and
The Petties.
Dale Earnhardt.
Yeah.
The Petties.
Right, and the
Yeah.
Petties.
You
and
had
then
the people you could cheer for, and you knew that were
now it's literally you could have a driver. We've talked about this before. You've had a multi-champion not get a ride in NASCAR simply because a new person was coming along.
yeah.
And it's interesting that next year in NASCAR, with the next gen car, they call it, it's slowly going towards what you would, the F1 based Indy cars. They're going to the single lug nut, which kind of takes out the pit crew stuff. Going back to the Dale Jr. download when you listen to it with Leonard Wood, how they developed the pit stops of modern era.
Correct.
And they actually went to Indy and pitted a car.
Correct.
Because they were so good. And now NASCAR is kind of going that way with the oversized tires, the one lug nut. It's just a matter, I would dare to say, just a matter of time before they come up with the automatic jacks in the car, like, where you just hook the hose to them.
Yes. Now, I will say this. What's interesting about that is, here's the sad part, Woody. NASCAR recognizes what its weaknesses are.
Yeah.
Instead of addressing them, they try to, I swear, I think they think their audience is stupid. Because they have recognized for many, many years, it was a manufacturer-driven sport. So DW was going to be a Ford fan.
Yeah.
I was going to be a Chevrolet fan, whatever. And then because the cars looked like they did on the streets.
Yep.
When they started going to all these next gen cars and
That's right.
Car Tomorrow and all this stuff, they all started to look alike. Well, NASCAR said, we recognize that. So they started putting wraps on them to make them look like a car. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
That's stupid. That was idiotic.
Yep.
So do you feel like NASCAR should keep trying to copy F1, or do you think they should go back to their roots and go back that way, and they would be more successful?
They should go back to the roots, and here's why. I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
Dale Jr. shed the light on it more than anything that I didn't even know. He said, you've got issues with NASCAR putting people in the stands. Guess what you don't have issues with? If you go here to Natural Bridge, dirt track, packed. If you go to South Boston, packed, sold out. All the small tracks across America are sold out. That fan base hasn't gone anywhere.
Yeah.
What's gone is the NASCAR because they've been
abandoned. This fan base has been abandoned.
They became big business, and they just don't cater to the track owners. I think recognized it and are starting to get back to that. But there's going to be, I think,
like how they have the All-Star race.
Yes,
and they've totally screwed that up.
Correct.
How they, instead of having a nice All-Star race, they have it in broken down 10 laps, 20 laps, reverse the field. I think they ought to take two events that they have in NASCAR right now and combine them into one. The All-Star race, but do away with the format. And then every year when they go to Darlington, they have the throwback weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Take the throwback weekend, incorporate it into the All-Star race, but instead of having it where you just sticker up the cars that look like throwback, actually build the car of that era.
Oh, that would be wonderful.
And bring that car. And pick a year. Say, okay, this year we're doing, and tell them a year ahead of time, the All-Star race is going to be the All-Star throwback race. We're doing 1973, so you pick a car and build that.
Yes, and you know what would really be cool about that?
And go to short tracks, obviously.
Yeah, you could do that, and you can have someone build a car and it doesn't have, like, for instance, if Jeff Gordon wanted to race that weekend, he could race in a DW built car.
Yes.
Doesn't have to be for Hendricks.
Right.
If it's a particular year, I just think that would be cool as crap.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
You ought to pitch it to them.
Yeah.
And while we're on sports, I don't know if I brought up, the Phillies in first place with a record of 59.
Moving on to what's happening.
And the Nationals are at the bottom with 50 wins and 62 losses.
Okay, well, here's what you didn't tell people. The Nationals sold out. They got rid of Scherzer and Trey Turner and all their...
Why would I tell people I don't pull for the Nationals?
No, because you tell the whole story. You said they're in last place. Well,
I didn't say they was in last. I said they're at the bottom.
well, then that would insinuate they're in last, but they're not.
Yeah.
The Marlins are in last, so the Marlins would be at the bottom, right?
That's correct. And the Phillies are at the top. If we didn't mention that,
So anyway, the Nationals are doing fine. They've got their payroll right. They'll get their
so when are we going to discuss the
shark.
shark outfit?
Yeah, when are we
I don't
doing
know.
that?
We just need to pick a date.
Okay, next Wednesday, the 18th, after the show.
Oh, good Lord.
We'll leave here.
Oh, no, that won't happen because breaking news, I will not be here next Wednesday.
What?
Oh, yeah, another vacation?
Oh wow, another top rated show coming up, folks.
Coming up, Life, Liberty, Happiness with DW Longhorn.
This is
Also another week. I got to line up a guest.
this is
Ron Brown, are you listening?
No.
so Mr. Orange is heading back to LSU, and so we are moving him.
He's not going to ride with you, is he? After the
God.
I'm riding with him. I'm riding with him and flying back.
yeah.
But he doesn't move in till Friday. But unless I want to drive, or he, all the way straight through, we've got to leave Wednesday in order to get there in time because he's got to be there Friday at 9 a.m.
Man, it seems like he's choosing something over top of the show, DW. I don't know how.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like.
Family
Yeah.
first.
Family is first.
How did you get
Well,
this in your
second.
contract? All these vacations.
Yeah.
I tell you what, you taking off next week? I got to do show. The following week, I'm taking off going to the beach.
I was going to say,
You
DW,
are.
when are you leaving?
We're taking off the following week. I ain't gonna be here, and you're gonna have to find somebody. I'm not gonna line up no guests for you.
See, that's not a problem. The problem is when that dude over there decides he wants to go on vacation.
I'm going on vacation too.
We got to tape 2 shows.
Logan's watching what he's doing. He can
Yeah,
do that.
hey Logan,
Oh,
just
it's
hit
just a
buttons
plug
over
and
here.
play.
It's not that hard. Just start hitting buttons.
There are times I wonder.
clearly, it's not that hard if I'm doing it.
We can get Trent. He's an engineer. He can
It'd be
figure it
all right.
out.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's all.
Moving on to what's happening.
All right, what's happening?
Oh, look at him on the
See?
ball.
Yeah. Almost lost my job 2 seconds ago. So.
What's happening is brought to you by State Farm. I got a sheet in here. When you need a good neighbor, look no further than David Hallnaker at State Farm. Reliable service when you need him, and a friendly staff that treats you with respect. Whether it's auto, life, RV, motorcycle, car loans, call David. He is there for you. David has over 30 years of experience in the business. He is your local State Farm dealer. He can answer tough questions. He is my insurance agent, along with DW.
Yep.
When you need him, call 540-586-8194. He has the answers for you. Call David at 540-586-8194 or just drop by his office beside Arby's.
And I will say before you take off next week,
Mm-hmm.
you need to leave these sponsor sheets where we can find them. Because last week we were like, we're on the
just
show.
had
Did
to
you
wing
forget
it.
our sponsors?
No,
we had to
we
wing
read
it.
them.
We were winging it.
We had to wing it,
think
read
we did
them.
very
Oh,
because
sure.
You take all the stuff.
Now, would you rather me do that or would you rather them do a commercial and then all we have to do is play it?
Hey, sponsors, if you're listening, I'll send you an email. We'll take care of this issue right now.
Yeah.
I agree. It would be it'd be cool to have them in and record an ad. We'll get on that.
Well, one of them's going to be here this afternoon, right? Is Jed coming
That's right.
Yes.
after the show?
Mm-hmm.
We'll get him to record his while he's here.
So y'all are just doing without me from the get-go.
Oh, we're gonna find something else for you to do.
Yeah. Reassign the responsibility.
You have to ask.
You're going to be
You can do the weather and the local news like they do on
There we
radio.
go.
you're going to be January through December on the calendar.
On that bear rug.
Sure, that's what everybody wants to see.
Oh God! What a yeah.
Yeah.
Move on. What's happening? National news. Don't mess with Texas, DW.
All right.
The Texas Supreme Court voted that the governor can withhold pay for the Democrats who fled to the state capitol, fled from the state capitol in an attempt to stop the voting bill that they were about to pass. But in bigger news, the Supreme Court also said not only can they withhold their pay, but they can be arrested. This morning, I watched the news where they actually issued arrest warrants for those who have not showed up. Now, go ahead.
Here. Hey, you're not really arresting me.
You have the right to remain silent.
I choose to waive that right.
That I can hear some of those lawmakers doing that, can't you?
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy.
So what I didn't do was follow up this afternoon. I meant to check in to see because they issued the arrest warrants this morning. If you didn't show up, they were going to go to your house and arrest you.
Right.
I don't know if those people showed up. I haven't checked. Have you, Woody?
I'll check right now.
Click, 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 clickety clack.
Let me ask the newsroom to get on that. Hold on one second.
Let
Let me get my intern on it.
Yeah.
Well, don't forget that we've got a clip coming up here.
See that? You see that, DW? See what he does to me?
Yeah.
Well, while we're waiting on him,
Need that window washer back.
what do you think of that?
Easy.
What do I think of that?
Yeah.
Well, I think that's all and great if they mean that, but but sometimes they send up and blow this smoke and we'll do this and that,
And don't do it.
and don't do it.
But all I will say is Texas sometimes
They'll kill you.
yes, they follow through with their
Yeah.
stuff. And so he did take away their pay,
Right.
and they filed a lawsuit, and a judge said, no, you can't take away their pay, and the Supreme Court said, yeah, you can.
Yeah.
So that's happening for sure. Now, the arrest stuff, I'm with you.
Yeah.
I want to see them. And listen, people can listen to this show and say, oh, well, if the shoe was on the other foot, bull. If the shoe was on the other foot and a Republican wasn't there, daggone it, he should be arrested.
That's right.
Or she.
That's right.
I mean,
Well, the sad part, no matter which side it's on, that these people are doing this.
you take an oath.
Yes. Yes.
I've been there. Believe it or not, I
Yes.
actually won an election once.
Yes.
You take an oath and you say you're withholding or upholding the Constitution.
Yeah, that's right.
And so when you refuse to show up, you should be arrested. Your job is to legislate.
And I have problems with that, even with local people, and we've seen that around here, that, they bust their butts and they want to get elected, and then when they get on there, when things don't go their way, they just quit showing up
Yes,
because they know they're not going to get reelected or come back.
correct.
They quit attending meetings and stuff. And you have a commitment
Yes,
when you're elected.
that is right.
You have a commitment to the people
I remember
to represent them. and
before
be
I
there.
got on, there was one that, yes,
Yeah.
he wasn't going to rerun,
So he
and so he
quit
just
coming.
decided not to come anymore.
So this breaking news. One of them was Representative Gene Wu temporarily avoided arrest.
Mhm.
He was granted, I'm probably going to mispronounce this, a habeas corpus.
Mm-hmm.
He said the judge said there was no quorum, so they could do no business. So the warrant is illegal, and the warrant to arrest violates the Texas Constitution.
Mhm.
So I guess in order for them to get arrested, they have to actually be in a quorum.
No, and that's the thing.
But this judge said
can't-
that since there was no quorum, they could do no business, so the warrant is illegal.
See,
No.
that's what I'm saying. The
Yeah.
state Supreme Court said no, you can be arrested.
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
So Gene Wu,
Yeah.
he has avoided arrest as of an hour ago.
Mm,
Well, as
Breaking news, everybody.
a former elected official, Brian, let me ask you a question.
yeah.
How do you feel about if you get elected to stuff? Should you be subject to drug screenings and stuff like that?
I don't guess so. I don't know that I.
Yeah, see, I disagree
Well,
with
as
that.
much as the next person, you shouldn't be exempt because you're an elected official.
No, I agree. Now listen, if employees are drug screened, then sure, yeah, I don't have an issue with that.
So, like, if you got elected,
But I don't
to-
think if being an employee of the town, if it's not required by an employee of the town, then I don't think you should.
it shouldn't be just made for
Correct.
no. So,
elected
so
officials.
what you're saying, if you're an employee of the town or the county, and they are subject to random drug screenings, shouldn't the elected officials that govern that be under the same scrutiny?
Sure. But I will say this, there's a lot of things as an elected official that you have to do that I think is terrible, that I really wish would be done differently. I mean, the ethics package that we have to fill out annually is so ridiculous. It's not even funny. It's like a 30-page document, and you've got to put every financial transaction pretty much known to man on there. And it's,
Well, I'm sure they don't do that.
Well, I did. I mean,
So, example.
Yeah.
If you hired somebody off a back page, that's a transaction.
No. You've got to put all of your investments, your workplace, your tax stuff. I mean, it's all that stuff. Your income, all that stuff's got to be filled out. So, listen, that stuff is done at the state level, though.
Right.
I mean, that ethics package is sent to the state. It's up to the state to review it. Now, that is one of them that is serious, meaning if you don't, they will come and arrest you. And if you don't, there is a massive fine for that if you don't turn it in.
Right.
Now, I don't think they probably go through it, but they don't audit it unless someone was to complain. If someone was to complain and they audit it, probably half the people on council would be in trouble. Because I doubt they are that thorough. Like, literally, they told us, like, if you have retirement mutual funds, you had to list all of them.
Well,
I mean,
that's not everybody's business, I wouldn't think.
well, I wouldn't either, but you had to do it. And so it was a painstaking process.
Is it worth it?
Annual, not once while you're elected. You got to do it every year.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And that was one of the things that we used to require. That was one of the things that I would say Mr. Rush and myself got accomplished. Was used to, you had to do that type of, not to that extent, but that type of work for the appointed boards. Well, who wants to go through that crap just to be an appointed board? I mean, you couldn't find people to be on it.
Right.
So anyway, so moving on. DW.
Yes.
It looks like the mask mandates are back. That's right. Return of the Mask. That's my song.
Man, that took me back.
Yes. A lot of reversals on those this week in the news.
Oh, really? So let's talk about that for a little bit, and then I will let our listeners know. So I had reached out to Liberty University Law School and invited them to be on the show to discuss this. So I have said, I've publicly stated numerous times, I have no issue whatsoever if anybody wants to get vaccinated. Good for you. I'm happy for you. I'm all about it. I don't think people should be forced to be vaccinated. And I'm at a point right now where I'm reaching out, trying to find somebody to say, hey, what rights do people have? Or what rights do they have anymore?
Right.
Because it looks like people are literally losing their jobs, or you have to be vaccinated. And I never thought I'd see that day come. Yep. And then what makes it worse is the people that I thought were, in my own eyes, common sense people saying, just shut up and take the vaccine. And I'm like, what is wrong with people? When did this all change? Am I missing something here? Or do you see it that way?
No, I see it that way. I'm vaccinated. I don't mind saying that. And that was my choice. Because I'm one of these people, I don't doubt the vaccine is real. I just wonder how it got here.
Yes.
Whether it was man-made, released, whatever.
The virus, yeah.
That's my theory on that.
Regardless,
that's
it's
my
still
question.
here.
I have had a lot of people I know that get the virus. I had a couple that we go to races with that died from it.
Yes.
I currently have 2 friends that are in the hospital right now
Correct.
with COVID that did not get vaccinated. So, and I'm like you. I think it's your choice if whether you get vaccinated or not. For me, it worked for me because I have some other health issues. So, I look at it, if you get the vaccine, you can still get COVID. You just won't get as sick. So I would rather be here, and if I do get sick, but I don't want to die.
Well, so what I did was reach out to try to find what I'm scared most about throughout this process.
Right.
Is the two things I thought were solid in this country was the medical field and the law field. I mean, I know we make a lot of law jokes, but
yeah,
you always kind of felt like if your back was against the wall, you could find lawyers that would fight. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, it's black and white.
I mean, we reached out and at least they did respond, and they just said they weren't interested in that topic.
Here was their voicemail they left us.
No, God!
Yeah. No, well, I think the other thing it does is I think some people politically get out there to force the vaccine because they also use that to stir the pot.
No doubt.
Yes. And I tell you what it reminds me of, and it's not a vaccine thing, but the situation. Years ago, in Madison Heights, there was a big mental institution there. They used to call it the training school.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. When that ended up shutting down and going away, but over the years there, anybody that become a patient or a facilitator there that had to stay there, that lived there, they sterilized them.
Yeah.
They didn't give them a choice.
Correct.
They sterilized
That's
them.
right.
So they wouldn't reproduce.
Yep.
Years later, the state found out to be that you can't force people to do that.
Correct.
And they paid out a lot of money to families.
Yes.
For that. Isn't that kind of the same thing now when people are telling you that you have to do this?
And that's kind of where I'm at. And so the good news is we have had a lawyer respond to us that is working with UVA Law School, and they are preparing to be able to come on the show and be able to give correct answers and not, just here's what I will say that I've in coaching football here, a valuable lesson I learned early on. You don't know what individuals are going through.
Right.
So you get a kid that shows up to practice and he has an attitude, right?
Yes.
And you all of a sudden think, man, I hate this kid. This kid just, I learned very quickly, I don't know that person's home life.
Correct.
I don't know what they're going through. So I tried to change over the years to become more, what's going on? Why are you acting like you don't typically act like this? Why are you acting like, a little more feeling of how, what's going on? How can I help you type thing? So all I'm saying in this instance, you don't know what other people are going through. When you say to somebody, just go get vaccinated, you don't know their health.
Right.
So to say it's okay, go get vaccinated, that isn't the truth.
Yeah.
I've had people tell me they have talked to their doctors who have health issues. Their doctors have told them, I don't recommend you getting the shot. However, I can't write you anything to say that.
Right.
And I can't say that publicly.
Right.
There again, that's a problem to me.
Yes.
And that's what I want to know. I'm hearing more and more of this happening, and it's bothering me because I know people personally that have gone through a pretty traumatic situation, and now they're being drugged through that. They finally get out of that medical trauma that they've been in for multiple years, and they've cleared that hurdle.
Yes.
And now they're being told they've got to get vaccinated, and they're fearing of having to go through why are we putting these people through this?
Yeah, it should be your own.
But people who say, just shut up and you don't know what that person's going through.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think it's wrong. And that includes young people.
Yeah.
These schools that are saying, you can't come to campus unless you're vaccinated.
Well, and I think it weighs a lot right now. I think about my grandson who started, first grade this week, how it has an effect on them because, they're new to this world. They're only 5, 6 years old. Mm-hmm. And for the last 2 years, they've had all this confusion of masks and not being able to go somewhere. That's stuff that's going to stick with them for life.
Yep. The one thing that I keep coming back to, DW, that bothers me more than anything, and no one seems to be able to give me these answers. Everything I've ever known since I've been alive,
right?
Whether it's the common cold, the flu, whatever, cancer, it doesn't matter. What's the one thing they all have in common? We all discuss treating it.
Yes.
Yeah.
A common cold, you go out and get vitamin D or vitamin C, zinc, all these different things, right?
Right.
There's thousands of different ways you can treat a cold to lessen the symptoms. Same thing with the flu, Theraflu.
Right.
There's all these different treatments. Has anybody ever discussed on TV, a medical doctor, has anybody ever said, hey, if you do get COVID, you need to do this?
Right.
Well, it was
all I ever hear is get vaccinated.
It was always I can't be the only one. It's flu season, and you would even when you go to a public restroom, you would get a paper towel and do the doorknob, and that would be a thing. Hey, it's flu season. Be careful. Wash your hands.
Wash your hands. Yeah.
It was just people were cautious, and that did it. Now you're right, Brian. It's completely gone. No common sense whatsoever. You can't even let people have common sense anymore. Right. They're going to tell you what to do, and that's the.
I'm not talking about the common sense. I'm not. Where are the people saying, "Look, they've been treating this for a year now"?
I think people in the medical field are scared to give an opinion.
Yeah.
I think you're right, but all I'm saying, DW, the people that you have in the hospital right now, friends,
yes.
Is there something they could have done when they first contracted COVID that would have kept them from getting in the hospital absent the vaccine?
I can't answer that.
Exactly. But if you ask a doctor that, they can't answer that. And that's where I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
We've become a nation of just get a vaccine.
Right.
But we do know that people who have gotten vaccines continue to get the virus, and some are hospitalized, and including deaths. Here's what we do know. There is, and one more piece of advice that I will say, I'll make sure it's not in my later notes, but but basically, here's something that I learned a long time ago, and it's really bothering me now more than anything. I see people on Facebook, I see the TV, I see everybody. They give you these references. They reference I can't even say it. Epidemiologist. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Infectious etology. They reference these things, but you notice they never give a source. And I found out a long time ago, and here's a good example. Let's just say somebody said, well, the stormwater in Bedford is horrendous. They need to do something about that, right? I could come on and say, well, I've discussed with Public Works in an engineering firm, and they say that everything's okay. That could be factual if I just went to one of your employees and said, do you think we have a problem down here? And he said, no. Or I went to an engineering firm and talked to a surveyor and said, do you think there's stormwater issues?
Yeah.
No. But here's where the difference is. If I said, I spoke with DW Public Works, and he said we don't have a stormwater problem. I spoke with Trent Warner, engineer from Hurt and Profit, and he said we don't have that's a major difference.
Yes.
And I've noticed that more and more I'm seeing them quote sources, but they don't quote the source. They just give you a vague, we need to follow the science.
Yep.
Well, give me the science.
And I think another important thing here is no matter what side of the fence you're on vaccinations, it's okay to be different. We can all have different opinions, no matter what side you're on. Mm-hmm. Don't be so damn hateful towards other people.
Exactly.
And be mean to, you see these people that are pissed off because people don't get vaccinated. Because here's the thing, I'm vaccinated. I said it before. I work with people that are not.
Yes.
Okay. And some of them that I worked with recently got sick,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and I called them up and said, hey, is there anything I can do for you? I went to them as a friend. I didn't call them up and go, you dumbass, I told you should have got vaccinated.
Correct.
No. Okay, you didn't get vaccinated, you got sick. You could have been vaccinated, you still could have got sick.
Yep.
I'm going to call you and say, what do you need?
Yep.
So I don't think people should draw that line and get all pissed off at each other on that stuff. And then the other thing is, do you think 5 years from now we'll start seeing commercials? Were you forced to have a vaccination from your employer? You're probably due compensation. Call this number.
We talked about that.
I do. What worries me is a lot of these things right now have a blanket immunity from prosecution. So I don't think you're going to have the lawsuits because they're protected right now.
Logan,
now, here's what I do think, and this will be a good question for the lawyer.
Yeah.
Once it is FDA approved, by the way, we still don't have a drug that's FDA approved.
Right.
How many people would have screamed for a vaccination or not a vaccination, but any drug that wasn't FDA approved?
There's a lot of people take drugs every day. It's not FDA approved.
Well, that's true. But so I think after it's approved, those protections go away. By the way.
Yeah, man.
Oh no.
Yeah. But there's a lot of things. LSU is not requiring a vaccination.
Well, that's why I was getting ready to ask Logan is what is going back to school, Logan, or mask? And what's the policy on the mask there?
You're supposed to wear a mask to class. And if you're not vaccinated, then you're supposed to get tested every month.
Every month. At your cost.
Well, actually, LSU provides free.
Oh.
Well, that's
okay.
nice.
Okay, LSU.
Because we currently have a kid who started Lynchburg College, University of Lynchburg. I still call it Lynchburg College.
Yeah.
And they at first said no mask if you was vaccinated. And then they reversed it yesterday and said, starting today, you wear a mask. And if you're unvaccinated, you got to do the test at your cost.
Yeah. Yeah, whether you have it or not, you still have to wear a mask, period.
Yes.
And if you are not vaccinated, then you have to do the vaccine
give them a test and give proof of your results at your cost.
That's so annoying.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, like you can go get, like if you go to the doctor and say, I've been around somebody, I've been exposed, they'll test you.
Correct.
And you don't have to pay.
Yeah.
But if you're healthy and you go, well, I got to get a test for work or school, you have to pay.
Well, they've also said if you're coming to a sporting event, you either got to be vaccinated or you've got to show a
test.
So here's where I'm at. I don't know again what people's rights are. That's what I'm trying to find out. If you don't want to get vaccinated, you should have every right given to you not to.
Yeah.
That includes employment. I'm sorry. If you're a private employer, maybe, because I believe private employment should have, if they feel like, I don't know, I'm on the fence on that one. But public, forget about it. You shouldn't be forced.
I wonder if you have to, if you're getting public assistance, what is the rules?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. People are getting forced to do it, and I just think it's a dangerous, dangerous thing.
And two, maybe if people would just take a little responsibility for themselves and think about other people and be kind to one another, and if you feel bad, don't come out.
Yep. Well, that's a good intro into our video. I've got a little clip of a fellow, and I don't know his name, but here I ran across it, Tammy, and I thought it would be good for the show, because here's what I'll say.
People think we're more divided as a country now than we've been in a long time. I know it can seem that way, but
there we go. Okay. Sorry about that.
So no, on a daily basis, we are bombarded with negativity, right?
Yeah,
and I have said this numerous times. Just when I think, God, can it get any worse? I always try to go back and go, well, wait a minute. This country's been through depression. This country went through World War I, World War II, a civil war. What we're going through now, the division, the hatred, the everything, the dividedness, everything you want to call it. I try to always think back in time. We've been through this before, and we came out of it. So I ran across this clip, and I thought we would play it. Just see if you relate to this.
People think we're more divided as a country now than we've been in a long time. I know it can seem that way, but when I was a little kid in 1969, the Vietnam War was tearing the country apart. And they'd shot John F. Kennedy and they'd shot Bobby Kennedy. They'd shot Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. And there was the Manson family and the Zodiac killer, and it just felt like the whole country had lost its mind. My father, who'd grown up in the Depression, well, his faith in humanity was just at a low ebb. And the two of us that June were driving from LA to Oakland in an old 1960 Oldsmobile, and a water pump blew out south of Bakersfield. And so this was long before cell phones, so we were going to have to hoof it like 9 or 10 miles into town when this young cowboy pulls up in a flatbed and offers to tow us in. And all my dad had on him for money was this old Chevron gas card, so he kept telling this young fellow, I can't pay you. And the young cowboy's looking at him like, yeah, I wasn't going to charge you. So he rolls us into town, and this is a Sunday, so nothing's open. So he has to go get his mechanic friend to open up his garage, and my dad says, hey, listen, I don't have any money. And the mechanic says, we'll work something out. And then they all realize they don't have the actual parts, so now they got to go roust out the local auto parts store owner, and they bring him down. And my father's like, okay, we need to talk about how this is all going to get settled, because he just couldn't imagine anybody being this trusting about the money. So the cowboy says, look, if it'd make you feel better, I got a bunch of watermelons I need to get loaded onto my flatbed, and it's pretty hot work, and if you help me out, I'll pay for the part. So next thing you know, we're all unloading watermelons from inside a rail car. That's about 140 degrees. And 90 minutes later, we are soaked in sweat. And up rolls the car, just running like a top. And my dad says, I really don't know how to thank you, fellas, and for this good turn. And we're turning to go, and the mechanic gets this look on his face and says, whoa, where do you think you're going? And you could see on my father's face just all the fear and distrust come to the surface. He stiffened like a leopard. And the mechanic says, no. My wife's going to make us all Sunday dinner, and you and the boy can get a shower and a clean shirt, and it'll make the drive easier for all of us. So we sat down for a dinner of fried chicken from the chicken right over there, and corn on the cob from the corn right over there. Man, I got to tell you, we'll never have a meal that good ever again. And my dad didn't say maybe 3 words the whole drive, but when we got home, I got into bed, and I was just about to turn off the light, and he stops in the doorway and he says to me, no matter what you see in the movies or on TV or you read in the papers, you listen to me. That's how people really are. And about a month later, Neil Armstrong walked on the moon. So, keep the faith.
Well, that made me cry.
Ooh, that was good as tissues at. Good God.
Don't do
I'm over here, got a lump in my throat now.
Well, with that, I'm going to say this. That's awesome story. Yeah. Yesterday, we had something very similar happen. I'll let Tammy tell the story.
No, go ahead, please. I'm crying.
No, go ahead, Tammy.
Tammy's crying. Hold on.
Let me tell the story.
I can't tell it without crying now, so
okay,
please.
I'll tell the story. So yesterday, we have a teenager at home that started school today, and I'm sure people that are listening can relate to that sometimes teenagers can rule the house. Mm. So they had our daughter had a list that she had to go to Lynchburg because you had to get the stuff at certain stores. Mm-hmm. So they did because we tried to comply. So Tammy ends up in Lynchburg at several stores, comes home, and where we live at Brian Woody. You've been to our house. Mm-hmm. And, we live down a long driveway. It's not right on the side of the road. So if somebody pulls up your driveway, it's very odd if you don't know they're coming. So this car pulls up the driveway, and this young girl gets out, a college student gets out, walks up to the door, knocks on the door, and Tammy answers the door. I was at work, and she sticks out her hand and hands Tammy our daughter's wallet and said, I found this in the parking lot at Target.
Wow.
Okay. We didn't even know it was missing. Oh. And she said, and now Megan just got an ID because she got, learners or whatever. And she said, so I Googled the address and the maps to get here. Had everything in. She could have easily just took it.
Sure.
Her money, Tammy's credit card was in there because she had let her.
My credit card, Megan's bank card.
I thought I was telling this story.
She had a couple $100 bills. I'm sorry. It's just overwhelming. It was really good.
Gosh.
And the girl could have easily turned it over in Lynchburg. She could have easily kept it. I mean, there was a lot of different ways this could have went, but this person drove from Lynchburg to our house to return it.
Man. Yeah. That is awesome to hear.
Yeah. That is cool.
So that lets you know that just like that video said, I think that people in the world are really different than what it gets portrayed. And sometimes people act out what they see or think they should do.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Listen, you're exactly right. And I've said that. We've talked about Bedford.
Yes.
1,000 things will happen in a year in Bedford, and 999 of them are positive.
Yes.
But yet the news media wants you to think that what's happening in Chicago is happening everywhere in America.
Right.
And it's just not the truth. And when you feel like the whole country's going to hell in a handbasket, you look around and you go, we still have a wonderful volunteer fire department. We have great public works. We have all the things that have always been here. I want our country to get back to dreaming. We used to dream of being great.
Maybe that's what we should do each week, is maybe have somebody that's listening to put on our Facebook page a feel-good story that they know that happened. It don't have to be recent.
Some act of random
kindness. Tell us about some good experiences that you've had in Bedford, or a feel-good story that you know about.
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
Yeah, that's a good one.
We'll read it on the air.
Yeah, so just so we don't lose hope.
That's right.
We can't hug. We can't touch.
No, you do after a while. It wears you down.
Maybe we should, for a whole month, be life, liberty, and hope.
There you go.
There we go. I like that. I like it.
Yeah.
So, speaking of that, moving on to local news.
Yes.
So we get right back into the negativity.
Yes.
DW?
Yes.
Apparently.
Yes.
Lynchburg City Jail. Maybe there were a few people that weren't going to take it anymore.
They weren't going to take it.
They barricaded themselves. And so tell us a little bit what the heck went on there last night.
So by reaching out and talking to some people, anonymous sources, I'll say that, reading comments on social media, and watching the live press conference that they had today. So I'll put together here. So they have a pod in the jail, what they call a pod area. So in the middle of the pod is where the jailer sits, that has all the radio equipment, monitors, TVs, all that stuff that they watch the rest of the pod. So evidently last night,
Tammy dropped her ass.
Yeah, just knocked it right on the table there. Don't even worry about nothing. Yeah.
So mad about the story.
So these inmates overtook the jailers. The jailers were able to get out of that pod.
Mm-hmm.
They completely destroyed the pod.
Mm.
I mean, it's beyond repair. Severe.
Wow.
Gosh.
That equipment, everything totally destroyed. And then they barricaded themselves in that area, for over 12 hours. Now, me thinking, that's 11 hours too long.
Yes.
They should have just tear gassed the whole damn thing.
Right.
And run them out of there. But Lynchburg did a good job. Lynchburg police come in. Bedford County sent the SWAT team down there to help out, and they was able to take it back without incident. Nobody majorly hurt or whatever.
There were no demands.
No demands.
Just
now, people on social media,
irritate.
So obviously there might be two sides of the story. So people on social media are saying that the inmates got tired of being bullied by jailers. They was tired of the air conditioning not working, and they was burning up, and tired of the sucky food.
Okay, well,
I hear you, man.
Can I give you a piece of advice?
Absolutely.
Don't go to jail.
Yeah.
Step one.
Yeah.
So when you're pissed off, right, that a cop is putting you in handcuffs, step one, don't break the law.
Right.
And two, don't piss off the judge and end up in jail either.
Right. And then the sad part is taxpayers got to pay for that to get fixed back up.
Yes, because someone's got to fix it.
Listen, we do this show without air conditioning.
Yes.
In poor conditions.
Yeah. And I'm about ready to go off. I mean, you just heard Tammy slam her headphones down.
Ron's going to barricade him all.
We're going to barricade ourselves in this place
and demand Olive Garden.
And yes, that's a good idea.
Jeez. Divas.
Well, so I won't spend.
I don't care who you are. That's money right there.
Yeah.
I won't spend too much time on this because we're about ready to
Because
I see food in there.
It's 80 in here, but it feels like.
Here we
And
go.
I have had the air on all day, y'all. Just for y'all, too.
Yeah.
I won't go into grave detail, but vacation last week, one incident. I won't talk. Logan and I saved a woman's life, but we won't go into that.
Probably Logan.
It was a head-on collision and it happened right in front of us.
In an RV?
No.
Oh. You driving?
I was driving when I saw the
I'm
head-on
seeing a
collision.
common theme here, DW.
Yeah.
But anyway, at the beach, the family, we decided to go out one night. It was an hour and a half wait just to sit at the table. We get in, the food came. The food was good, but not what you would expect for whatever the bill was. So I was reluctant to go out the rest of the week. So I decided to call a steakhouse and order out.
Nutrisystem.
It's at 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock at night. The lady says, "Nah, we're not doing any more." She didn't say we're not cooking anymore. We're not taking any more orders. Her exact words were, "We're not doing any more."
She had caller ID.
And so I'm like, what the heck? I mean, who says that over the phone?
Yeah.
So the next night, so that night, what did we end up doing that night, Logan? Just fix leftovers or something, scrounged up stuff?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so. So the next night.
What did we have Chinese?
No, that was the night before. Anyway, I said, okay, yeah, we're going to do steak tonight, right? I'm going to order it out. Yes, because anywhere you went, there was such a long line. I mean, I called the place at 4 o'clock. And I said, I tried to call yesterday, but you guys stopped taking orders apparently at 7. And she said, yeah, we don't like to do takeout when it's very busy. Now, they close at 10.
Mm.
She could have said it's an hour wait
to
get your food, which would have been fine, but she didn't. So she said, so I said, if I call before 7, can I give a to-go order? Or can I give an order now? You know, yeah, you just call before 7. You should be fine. You'll be fine. Mm-hmm. So they decided they wanted to go order from a different restaurant. So I get all the orders. I call that restaurant. What do you think they say?
Oh, no.
We don't do to-go orders.
Oh.
So we pile in the car and we go to that restaurant, hour and a half wait. So I call that place, original place. I'm sorry, we're not doing anything the rest of the night. So I ended up having to drive to the grocery store, buy steaks myself. The restaurant that we're speaking of is out in front of the grocery store. Logan, am I lying? No line outside. It just...
you don't have to name it. Is it a franchise or was it a local place?
I think it's a local place, but they have 3 different locations, so it's not a big franchise.
Yeah. All right.
It's just called Rib Eyes. Tell you.
Oh, okay.
It's in Emerald Isle.
Man,
we're not doing it.
They're probably not listening to the show.
Yeah, well, not now.
No,
I'm certainly not going to do takeout now.
But I mean, I don't understand.
It's 6 o'clock. They're okay to do.
I've tried to figure this out. Did restaurants of all people, you would think they had to be closed during COVID. They would be busting tail to get as many people as they could in and out.
Because it's probably coming back again, closures.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's probably coming back again, some form of restriction.
The restaurants that I seem to, not all, I'm not saying all, but it seems like at the beach that it just has been terrible trying to get food.
Think about how busy. I'm sorry.
No, you go, Tam. Go ahead.
How busy they are. Not that it's an excuse, but how busy they are. Being at the beach, everybody wants to go out and eat, especially a ribeye. That would be a good place.
Yeah.
And they're overworked and underpaid.
I don't disagree. Here's what I will say, and I told my mom this. I said my dad is not the greatest person in the world, but there's one thing my dad taught me was how to hustle and make money. And he said, "You make money, man." And as I actually said to Logan when Liberty Landscape was open, if somebody walked through that gate at 5 o'clock and you're locking the door, do you open it back up? And he said, absolutely. And that, yes. And that's what, the pizza place that we went to, they were 2 hours away from closing. And he said, no, we're not going to make any more pizzas the rest of the night. What does that mean?
Yeah. And if you don't
means
like
you're
your
not
job,
eating a pizza.
find
That's
a
what
new
it means.
What?
You didn't eat pizza. You didn't eat steak.
I
lose weight.
I guess what I was saying, Tammy, I understand what you're saying, and I agree with you. But we did order a pizza earlier in the week, and the guy said, "Listen, it's going to be an hour and a half wait to pick it up." Okay, it is. I understand they're behind, but to say, we're just not taking any more orders, and you're still done. 3 hours away from closing.
Yeah.
I heard the same, not the exact same, but kind of the same story from, we had family go to Outer Banks a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. Went for a week, big group of them, and they said it was the worst trip they've ever had to Outer Banks. And it was the same thing, no matter what restaurant. It was like 2 hour wait. Half of them didn't. It wasn't a good experience. And they said, we're not going to go back to the beach in the middle of the summer anymore.
And I understand, you're right. Yeah. Most of the restaurants are understaffed, and they can't keep up. And I'm sympathetic to that. But the ones that we've gone to where they're overworked and understaffed, they've been great. Yeah, they say, "Look, we're overworked and understaffed, but we'll do whatever we can to accommodate you." Yeah, and I'm okay. I understand if it's an hour and a half wait. I don't understand. I'm sorry, we can't help you.
We're not doing it.
Yeah, if you don't want to do it, get out of what you're doing.
Exactly.
Find a job you like.
Yeah.
I loved my job for 30 years.
My fear is that a lot of people got COVID bailout money, or whatever you want to call it, and they just say, we don't need that.
Well, they don't have it now, I don't think.
I hope not. I hope that's not true.
Well, I mean, as far as paying people to stay at home, people don't want to work. They don't, it's hard to find people to do a good job.
Yeah. Do you have a Did You Know?
I do.
Okay.
Yep. You want to hear it? You want to hear it?
Sure.
Okay. Well, since school's starting back this week and next week, did you know about 78 million kids are heading back to school in the next 2 weeks? There are roughly 8 million teachers in the U.S.
Wow.
Most of them underpaid.
That's true.
Yep.
Back to school shopping has become its own phenomenon like Black Friday.
Yeah.
The majority of parents will spend over $100 on one kid just back to school supplies. Mm-hmm. The average family combined helps every year add to the $80 billion in annual sales of school supplies. This next word I'm going to totally mess up. Didaskaleiophobia is the acute fear of going to school, which affects about 2% of all children.
Oh. I heard it affected Barbara Streisand, but go ahead.
Yeah. School buses have been around since 1915. But the official of bright yellow wasn't adapted until 1939.
And was that done by Sonny Merriman? I swear to God.
Yeah. And on those school supplies, the first two that were bought were tablets by the Rush family for little Stephen, and it came with the hammer and chisel.
Little Steve.
For him to do his stuff.
Little Steve.
And
he lost it. And he was roaming around here looking for it.
And they was
he might still be outside. We don't know.
And they was mad because his cigarettes were not included in the tax-free weekend. But people still use pencils. Did you know that? The average pencil can be sharpened 17 times, and it writes 35 mile long if it was used continuously.
I'll be there.
That's interesting.
And it can be used in zero gravity, upside down, or even underwater.
Or in temperatures that feel like freezing.
So if there's temperatures
here we go.
They're just below boiling, and there's a hot breeze. Does it boil?
Right. There you go, Logan.
There you go.
Feels like he won't be back.
It was nice having you, Logan.
Yeah.
Before pencil erasers were invented, and I confirmed this with Steve today, a common way to get rid of your pencil markings was rolled up pieces of white bread.
Huh.
Man, I'd hate to waste bread.
How do they do it now?
With an eraser.
I don't know what that is.
What?
Wait, what?
I've never made a mistake.
Oh, God.
No reason
I was like, man.
Cut his mic off.
Man.
The average backpack weighs 20% of a student's body weight, but it's recommended that it only be about 10%.
Yeah.
I hear it's making little kids' backs hurt.
Yeah.
Nobody uses a locker anymore. They have all their 8th class stuff in one bag.
Taking lockers. That's cool.
Yeah.
The oldest public school in the United States was Boston Latin School, which was founded in 1635.
Good Lord.
5 original signers of the Declaration of Independence, Benjamin Franklin, John Hancock, Robert Treat Paine, Samuel Adams, and William Hopper, attended that school.
Sure.
2 years later, Steve Rush was there.
With his tablets.
Yes.
Making beer with Samuel Adams.
Yes. And his cigarettes.
Those were the days.
Why do we give a teacher an apple? Because the tradition says back in the 16th century in Denmark, teachers did not get paid. Students brought in food from the parents to send home with the teacher, and most of the common things were apples.
Yeah, so not much has changed.
Yeah.
A well-paid teacher.
Now you know.
That's good. Did You Know was brought to you by CNS Business Services. CNS Business Services is your place to get all your business problems solved. Call 540-586-1120. Ask for Charlene. They do payroll, taxes, you name it. They can handle it. Payroll, bank reconciliation, bill pay, balancing your business expenses. Never was so easy. Well, you do that at CNS Business Services. It takes one phone call. Your time is valuable. Don't waste it like I did. Called them today. I'm one of their clients. Woody, I think you use CNS Business Services.
She's good, yeah.
So call today, 540-586-1120. And our business highlight this week is...
A place I frequent quite a bit.
Yes.
I was going to say, I thought about you two when I did this. Blimpie on 407 North Bridge Street. It's not just a gas station.
No, it isn't.
I see DW there of the mornings.
Every morning.
That's what my mom says, of the mornings.
Of the morning.
Hello, Melinda.
Yes.
Yeah. So, what do you get there, Woodrow?
Oh my God! I have a candy bar I like, and I have 2 beverages I like, and then I get the buffalo chicken sandwich. So I have a routine.
All right, what song are we sending people off with this week?
Oh man, I don't have a new one. I got an old one. I got one right here that it's my favorite, but y'all have heard it 1,000 times.
Let's do it. I won't see you next week.
Yay!
I'll be heading to Louisiana,
Michigan. All right.
Ron Brown will be sitting in for you.
I'm a country boy.
See you back. Never did me no harm, raising me a family and working on the farm. Days are all filled with an easy country charm. Thank God I'm a country boy. Well, I got me a fine wife, I got me old fiddle. When the sun's coming up, I got cakes on the griddle. Life ain't nothing but a fun.